Hello, friends. Welcome to the Bucket Fill Relay. Helping us out, we have Miss Schwenkert and Mrs. Inverso. You'll see they're online behind a bucket that will be filled with water. Today, we're not going to fill it with water. We're going to save some water for the practice round, but that will be filled to the top on the daily activity. On the other side, we have an empty bucket with a line. You and your team, or you and the line that you're placed in, have to fill the water up to the fill line, which is that red line, and you're going to be doing this as quickly as possible. So in the bucket, we have a ladle. Thank you, Ms. Schwenkert. That ladle is what you're going to use to fill the water up and bring it to the other side. You're not going to start at this station until your teacher says you are ready to go. So Ms. Schwenkert and Ms. Inverso, are you ready?
We're ready.
They give a thumbs up. There will be other friends at other buckets, but for right now, we're going to use one. All right. First person grabs the ladle. On your mark, get set, go. And Ms. Schwenkert's going to take one scoop. She's going to walk, try not to drop any water. She's going to dump it in there. She's going to go back. She's going to place the ladle in the bucket. Then Ms. Inverso will pick up that same ladle and she will bring it across. She will move nice and slow so she doesn't dump any water. She's going to go back. And Mrs. Inverso and Ms. Schwenkert will keep going and keep dropping the ladle all the way up until they fill the water up to the fill line or until time is up at that station. So this is the bucket fill relay. And on the day of, your teacher will tell you when to stop. Awesome job.
Hi, everybody. Here we are at the bucket stack relay. When you come to the bucket stack relay, your class will break into groups and line up behind the different cones. We have all colors. Okay, there are spots on the grass for players to socially distance while they are waiting for their turn. At the bucket stack relay, the first person in line will run to the first stack of buckets. There are 3 buckets, 2 on the bottom, 1 on top. Make sure that the 2 on the bottom are close together. After you stack both piles of buckets, you run around the cone and then back to down stack each pile of buckets, pass the cone, and then the next person goes. I have Mrs. Turan's class out here to help us demonstrate. Okay, first person in Mrs. Turan's class in each line. Ready, set, go. They go to the first stack, 2 on the bottom, 1 on top. Excellent. Excellent. They run around the cone, back to the first. That could happen. Put them down, cross the cone, and then the next person goes. Excellent. And each person in line moves up to the next spot or to the cone, waiting for their turn. Up stack, down stack. Excellent. And here's our last player. They're doing a great job. And if you have a little trouble, don't give up. Keep trying. It will work. Excellent. Great job. And that is how we do the bucket stack relay. Have fun. And here we are at the home run derby. This is the batting practice station, and we will be doing this the same way that we learned in our PE classes earlier this spring. So Ms. Schwenkert is joining us out here, and there's Mr. Garvey down by the first cone. So Ms. Schwenkert is our first batter. Right now, Ms. Schwenkert is set up to bat from the right side of the tee. There are 2 white lines on the grass, and she has her right hand above her left hand on her bat. If Ms. Schwenkert was actually a left-handed batter, she would stand on the other side of the tee where there are 2 more white lines, her left hand on top, and she is facing the backstop with her feet. But guess what? I know, Ms. Schwenkert is a right-handed batter. So, Mr. Garvey is our fielder. He is the first person in the line next to the cone and an empty bucket. Okay, there will be multiple tees set up when you do this station, so more than one batter will be batting at the same time. What is most important for the batters is that you wait for the signal to swing the bat. In PE class, it was a whistle, but your teacher might simply use the word hit. All right, batters, get your first ball ready on the tee. Ms. Schwenkert takes the first Nerf ball, puts it on the tee. Feet on the white lines, hands together. She's ready, she waits. Ready, hit. Oh no! And if that happens, she swings again. Mr. Garvey is the fielder. He is the only person to get the ball. If there are more than 2 people in your line, then each additional person will stand at one of the cones. All right, batters, get your next ball ready. Ms. Schwenkert puts her second and final ball on the tee. She waits, as do all other batters, for the signal. Ready, hit. And if she hits it, misses it, that's okay. She swings again. Mr. Garvey fields it. Now, all batters are listening for the directions, which are, batters, set your bat down. Please take the empty bucket down to the first cone. New batters, which is the fielder, bring the full bucket up to the tee and get ready. So with only 2 people at this tee, Mr. Garvey and Ms. Schwenkert essentially switch places. If there were additional players in that blue line, Ms. Schwenkert would go to the end of the line and each other person would move up by 1 cone. All right, Mr. Garvey, he gets the first ball ready. Looks like Mr. Garvey is a right-handed batter, feet on the white line. He's ready, but he waits. He listens. Ready, hit. And Ms. Schwenkert fields it, puts it in the bucket. Batters, get the next ball ready. Okay, Mr. Garvey's ready. He waits for the signal and hit. Ms. Schwenkert fields it. And then we simply switch again. That is Home Run Derby. Hope you guys have fun. Hi boys and girls, here we are at the Walter C. Black obstacle course. This is another station on PE day. Just a quick look at each little area in the obstacle course. We have some hula hoops that you will have to get your body through, followed by a ladder, an agility ladder. You can challenge yourself in any way you like. You can jump in each space, you can hop, you can step or even run so that each foot lands in one of the spaces. Followed by the agility ladder, we have cones with bands. These are hurdles. You will need to jump over the first hurdle and the second hurdle. Over here, we have the parachute. You have 2 choices. You can run around the parachute, or you can crawl under the parachute, which will then take you around the corner and lead you to the hopscotch pattern of hula hoops. After you get through the hopscotch hoops, you finally get to the river and the bank. Okay, if you remember on our remote classes, we did an activity called the river and the bank, but this time you are not jumping over the river, you are crossing the river by stepping on each of these stones. The black tarp is the bank that you need to get to. All right, down here we have Mr. Garvey and Ms. Schwenkert ready to demonstrate what the obstacle course looks like. Before they get started, I will remind them that Ms. Schwenkert, you will need to wait until Mr. Garvey has completed the agility ladder before you begin. And that's important for all students in line. When the person in front of you gets through the agility ladder, the next person may go. When you've completed the obstacle course, please get back in line and try again. All right, are you ready? Mr. Garvey and Ms. Schwenkert?
Ready.
Take your mark. Get set, go. Goes Mr. Garvey through the hoops. Mr. Garvey needs to bend. There we go. He's through. He gets to the agility ladder. And he continues, and Miss Schwenkert now starts. She goes through the hoop. All right, Mr. Garvey's under the parachute. Miss Schwenkert is now coming up to the agility ladder. She jumps over the hurdles. Good job. All right. Mr. Garvey's here at crossing the river and the bank. He carefully steps on each stone. Let's take a peek back at Miss Schwenkert. She just completed the hopscotch area. She's here at the river and the bank. Don't fall in, Miss Schwenkert. Good job. And they get back in line. Now, chances are when Mr. Garvey gets back to the starting line, there will be more students waiting for a turn, so he'll get a chance to take a little breather before he starts his next round on the course. This is the Walter C. Black obstacle course. Have fun. Hi everyone. We are here in the WCB Gymnasium to show you what the Dolphin Speedway activity will look like. This race, or this activity, will take place outside on the blacktop on PE day. What we have is we have lines of groups behind each cone. Each cone has one roller racer. When you are sitting correctly on the roller racer, your feet are up on those yellow wheels or yellow parts of the handlebar, and your hands are holding the yellow handlebars. On the signal, the first person in each line will move their arms back and forth to steer the roller racer down, around the cone, and then back to the line. When they get back, the next person will take their turn, and that player goes to the end of the line. Okay, roller racers, first person. Ready, set, go. That's it, great job. So they are moving their arms back and forth in order to move the roller racer, steering it around the cone, and then back to their team. When they get back to their team, they will stop, get off safely, and then the next person may go. At the end of the entire activity, we ask that the adult with the group quickly just wipes down the handlebars for each roller racer before the next group gets there. This is the Dolphin Speedway. Have fun.
Hello friends. At this station we have the grand finale station. We have the help again of Miss Schwenkert, and we have the help of Mrs. Inverso. At this station there's going to be one target in the middle. Right now we have a blue bucket in the middle of the target as the target. On the outside, you'll see that we have spots. There are some that are empty. When you come out here with your class, we're going to try and fill up as many of them as possible. Mrs. Inverso and Miss Schwenkert are currently standing on a dot, and they each have a ball in their hand. So they're going to take the object, and it's going to be super important that they only use an underhand throw at this station. So they're not going to get the object and throw. They're going to wait for the signal from your teacher. The signal is going to be something like 3, 2, 1, go. And at that point and that point only will you underhand toss at the target. You're not going to leave and follow the ball. You're just going to toss it and stay in your station and wait for the next directions. So it may look like this. Are we ready? Both friends give me a thumbs up. And 3, 2, 1, toss. They both step with their opposite foot. They give a toss. They are not going to leave their spots. They both did an awesome job staying on their spots, and they are both ready and listening for the next direction. And that is the station that we are going to do at the end. That is our grand finale. We look forward to seeing you. Awesome job.